another edition of Arizona's Everyday Chef. I'm your host, the Nerdy Chef. I do want to take a minute to say thank you, Aspen Comics, for putting up a couple comics that they redid. The Spider Woman, you can see in the background. Thank you. To the co-founder and one of the CEOs, Frank. Still working on trying to get my the Iron Spider-Man finished, but hopefully Comic-Con some point. Like to see you again. I need some more artwork from Michael Turner. Guy was amazing. So today I am making a chicken noodle soup. We are all on social distancing, lockdown, quarantine, whatever during this whole time. I'm not somebody who's saying, oh, there's no such thing, it's a fake. No. With what's going on in the world, we do need to find a way to control it, and we do need to eat. So over the next few episodes, since all of us are on this type of lockdown and shut in and staying home, I'm going to give us some recipes that can definitely give you a few meals other than just once. So last episode, the pork au paville, that was about 7.5 pounds of pork. So a family of 4, you probably can get two nights worth of meals. So for those of you that don't like leftovers are important to keep your food supply going instead of running to the store and trying to fight the crowds and possibly get contaminated, anything like that. Try to find ways to spread your meals out. So if you can have leftovers for another night, maybe 2 nights after, it'll help, and it also saves on your budget. So what I've already done so far is I've cooked the noodles. I just got some fettuccine noodles. I've cooked them. They're just soaking in water. Right now we're going to cut up some chicken. We're going to throw it in the oven and bake it for about 40 minutes. I just got some chicken cutlets that I'm just going to dice up into some chunks. And I'm going to, in the meantime, clean up the celery, carrots, onion. So when we come back, we'll do some of that. So until then, go grab a snack. Hold on. Alright, so I've already cut up the chicken into pieces. So this is about a little over 1 3/4 pounds of chicken. So who remembers when they were younger getting the canned soup and it's all chicken broth, barely any noodles, and really maybe 1 or 2 pieces of chicken? Yeah, I'm not liking that. So I am putting in quite a bit of chicken, and I'll probably be putting in quite a bit of noodles and celery and carrots and a little bit of onion and some minced garlic. But I just seasoned it with a little bit of garlic salt, a little bit of pepper. I'm going to throw it in the oven now. It's already set at 350 for about 35 minutes and just let it cook. And this will end up, when it's done cooking, it'll kind of be all clumped together. You just take a spoon, break it all apart, and then we're going to set it up that way. So we'll come back here in probably about 40 minutes. For you, it'll be about less than a second. Alright, so we are back. After the chicken's been cooked, we'll get to it right now. I've got some celery I'm going to cut up. Make sure it's small pieces. And I've got a nice pot here that I'm going to put it in. Now, beggars couldn't be choosers today when I was actually able to shop a little bit. So I've got some free-range organic chicken broth, just 1 canister. I do have a little bit left over in another one, so I'm going to probably use both, but we'll see. So you can have the celery any way you want. You can do it in smaller pieces, you can do it in bigger pieces. I just like that. So I'm going to finish this up. And for carrots, I've already peeled them. And then I'm just going to cut them really small, just thin little pieces. Try not to cut the other ones in half. I'm going to throw those in there. So I will come back when that's all done. And we'll get ready to put in the chicken and the noodles. Alright, so I've got a little bit of onions in there. I didn't have one of those garlic mincers, so I used a little bag and my hammer. I'm just going to squeeze it out. There's the hole ripped. Well, at least I was hoping. There we go. Now, you might have some garlic chunks in there too, but that's okay. A little garlic's not bad for you. Just don't need a ton of it, or else it'll stink. So, we've got that done. Got the celery put in, got the carrots put in, a little bit of onions, as I said. Now we're going to have the chicken. It was all nice and cooked. This pan is still a little hot. So as you can see, it gets really clumped together. You can just break it apart. Whoop. So nice big pieces of chicken. That'll be really good. It's all cooked. Now I'm going to probably do something a little different here. For this is I'm also going to probably add in, because I just like to be a little different. Everyone says it's a bad thing. I don't think it's that bad. So there's the chicken. And I'm probably going to add in some egg whites, and almost like an egg drop soup. So we're not making an egg drop soup. We're making a chicken noodle soup that's, or we can do chicken noodle egg drop soup. There we go. I'm sure somebody's done it. Okay, that is done. Get this out of the way. This, let me bring over the pasta I've already cooked that's been just soaking in water. So you can just see it's just all stringy. So I'm going to probably not be too worried about making sure. I'm probably just going to pull it all out, cut it, kind of dice it, and then just throw it in. So I'm just going to take some, just cut it up, put it in. So I know you don't want to watch me do this entire bowl, so we'll come back when we go over to the stove. Get going. Alright, so the noodles that I cooked, it was a whole box of the fettuccine. I'm going to turn it on about medium-high heat, and I'm going to take my chicken broth now. Everything's in there. The noodles, the chicken, the celery, onions, garlic, carrots. Shake this up. So that was one full box. And probably going to add the rest of my other one, which is about half. So probably about 1.5. And this one's chicken broth too. So they're both just chicken broths. We're going to have a nice, somewhat, I would probably say 2 would have been good. Just going to mix it all up. Whoop. Nice and hearty. That's the way to go. Now I'm going to let it come to a boil, and I'm going to separate some egg whites, and I'm going to throw those in there too. So I'm probably going to separate about 4 eggs, and then when this starts to boil, I'm going to dump in the egg whites. Just let it go. I'm going to cover it, simmer it, and then cover it, turn it down, let it simmer for probably about an hour, hour and a half. Okay, so we'll come back when it's all done, and then you'll see how good it is. Alright, so we're done. It's been about an hour and a half cooking. So I am going to get myself a nice bowl. Ooh. Now I probably used a little too many noodles. I probably could have used a little bit more chicken broth, but I think I've got a good mixture. First time making it, this is just stuff I'm doing along with you, or something that you're going to see. So I, of course, am going to be adding some garlic bread to this because, well, if you know me, I do love garlic sourdough bread. So I've got that in the oven. This is just, oh, chicken egg drop soup. Ooh. So I would probably say, looking through this, maybe about 2.5 of the chicken broth. That'll give you more broth. If you don't like the broth and you like more noodles like this, hey, 1.5 things of the chicken broth, a cup of water, you'll be good. Maybe use a little less noodles. I probably could have used half a box, but I'm not a big broth person. I do want to let everybody know, I want to thank those that subscribe and watch. I do appreciate it. Make sure you tell a friend to jump on board. I need some more subscribers. And everyone who's new, who's watching, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more. And ring the bell to get notifications when I upload a new video. So until next time, it'll be another recipe for this wonderful shut-in we're doing. I've got some food around. So we'll see you next time. Enjoy. Happy eating.